Hey everybody, this is your iron push workout. In terms of equipment today, we are going to need access to a few different sets of weights. Think something you would squat with, something you would chest press with. We also do need either a bench or a chair, and then we're going to need some wall access. If you've got a foam roller, grab that, and if you don't, we're going to take a few different options there as well. So let's grab those things and I will meet you back. So grabbing your foam roller, if you have one, we're going to come down to the ground into a side lying position. If you don't have a foam roller, don't stress about it. You're just going to stack the legs. So foam roller people, I'm going to squeeze this guy right between the legs. Knees are up in line with the hips. From here, top arm is going to open. We take a big twist, squeezing down on this prop, or squeezing your legs together. We come back to the center. We're going to go for 8 reps here. So we exhale as we twist open, big stretch across the chest. Exhale to come back together. Good. No need to ask where I'm from, you already know. I represent the A from my head to my toes. Step on the dance floor, watch and learn, cause here I go. I throw my hands up and work my body to the floor. Once you've got your 8 there, we're simply gonna roll to the opposite side, squeezing in on that foam roller. Top arm opens, big stretch across the chest, and close. 8 reps. Once you're done your 8 and 8, we're gonna pop it on up. Keep your foam roller if you have one, and we're gonna head over to an open wall. So I'm just gonna scooch my bench back a little bit here. And at our wall, we're gonna use the foam roller to slide the arms up and down. So in a standing position, again, I'm gonna show this version and then I will show you a modification. If you don't have access to a foam roller, we have hands on top. We're gonna line this up right around the wrist height, and then we're sliding up. I'm actively pushing into the foam roller and then coming down. If this is not accessible to you because you don't have a foam roller, you are instead going to press into the wall, push it away. We're gonna climb up as high as we can, and then you're gonna climb back down. You should be feeling this in this muscle underneath your armpit, all right? We're gonna go for 30 seconds here. So let's grab our foam roller or our arms. We go up in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm actively pushing into the wall. We come up and down. Things I'm looking for. We wanna make sure we don't lose that neutral spine in either direction. So nothing is moving but those arms, slow and controlled. Again, you can also crawl the arms up the wall if that feels more accessible to you. Good. We're out of this in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ditch that guy. We're gonna grab our bench or chair, go into some bench ankle mobility. So in this position, I've got 1 leg front, 1 leg back. Let me show you with this side first. As we rock back, I'm actually gonna open up so I get a little bit of my hip joint moving as well. As I come forward, we square off. Now, if you're really far away, you might just feel more of that back hip. So we wanna make sure we're close enough that we're getting into this ankle as well. 30 seconds on each side. Let's start with the right side up, left side down in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm rocking forward, making sure I feel that calf stretch. As I come up, opening up through that hip, rotating into it, open up at the top. You might even start to feel that bottom leg's calf as well in this position. Totally fine. 10 more seconds here, and then we're simply gonna switch to the opposite side. Good, finish out your last rock, and we switch it up. Finish out your last rock and let it go. Final exercise in our movement prep. I want you to grab a medium weight. We're gonna go for a little deep squat to curl. So if you also wanna elevate your heels, you're more than welcome to. What we're gonna do here is squat down, we uncurl, recurl, and stand. You can use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. We're gonna do this for 30 seconds. So 30 seconds on the clock. We start it up in 3, in 2, and 1. So I'm coming down, uncurl, recurl, and stand. 30 seconds here. Finish out your last rep and let it go. All right, y'all, we are gonna move into some work at the wall. So I'm actually gonna take all this stuff that I took all the time to set up, move it over here, and we're just gonna need wall access for this next part, so I'll meet you there. All right, starting up with a rotational explosive sprinter calf raise. There's a lot of different words there. Let's talk through it. So we're gonna start in a nice long lever position, and I'm gonna make sure that both heels can touch the floor. From here, I'm gonna lift that bottom heel, find a knee drive. This is your ending position, all right? So let's back it up. We take a nice big step back, okay? So that's our distance from the wall. In this position, the leg that comes back is gonna be the one driving forward, and I'm rotating into this front leg. As I shoot myself forward, I'm gonna catch myself on the wall. So the further away you are, the more difficult this is gonna be to produce that power. But what we're really trying to do is think of a rubber band stretching back, 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 back. We let it go, explode into the wall, okay? We're gonna go 5 on each side. So let's set that up. We're gonna do right leg first. So find your position that you wanna set up from by working backwards, and let's go for it. Right leg comes back. So I'm sitting into this hip, nice big glute stretch. As I pop up, utilize this hip, hit the wall. 4 more. Once you're done there, we're gonna go right to the other side, left leg back. We hinge it, rotate into that front hip, we explode. 4 more. Very nice. Once you're done there, we are gonna stay at the wall. We're gonna do a wall press plank. So 2 options for you here. Option 1, we're coming into a position where my hand is on the wall, arm is fully extended, and I've got my bottom arm in between my shoulders. So I'm making like a little tripod. Hips are facing the ground. If this is too challenging for whatever reason, I'm gonna have you just hold your high plank. All right, we're gonna go 15 seconds on one side, right into 15 seconds on the other. Modification, you're holding a 30-second plank. If you have wrist issues here, down to the forearms, you can also always bring it up to an incline if that feels better, okay? So any variation that works best for your body. Let's go for it. 15 seconds on the clock for our first side in 3, 2, and 1. So we're holding here, tucking the hips under, pushing the floor and the wall away. So this is very active through the upper body. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Replace that hand on the wall. 15 more seconds here. We're out in 4, in 3, 2, 1. Take 30, and we're gonna do that all again. So we have 2 more rounds of this, okay? As we go through, let's think about what we're trying to accomplish. With this calf raise into the wall, it's less about getting a big calf stimulus like we've been working on in previous months, and this is more about creating power and then absorbing that force, stopping yourself quickly, okay? So really think about what the why is. So if we're really working for power, speed, okay? That's what we're looking for. Let's go for it. We got right leg back, so it's gonna drive us forward, 5 on each side when you're ready. So right leg's moving, we come up and bring it back, 4 more. Once you're done 5 on that first side, left leg goes back, it's gonna swing through, 5 more. Very nice. Once you're done there, take a shake out. We're gonna come down to the ground for that plank wall press, 15 seconds on each side. Big thing we're looking for here is a nice active push through the arms, nice neutral spine, so keeping that core engaged. Let's go. We start this up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch your hands, and we got 15 more seconds here. Push the floor and the wall away. Tuck those hips under. Almost out. And take your 30 seconds of rest. Great work. Give those wrists a little bit of love. I know we have a lot of wrist work right here. So again, you've got those modifications if you need them for whatever reason. We got 20 more seconds of rest. So here's what I want you to think about. With that calf raise into the wall, each rep, think, I'm gonna beat the speed of the next one. I'm gonna be faster on this next one, okay? Keep trying to one-up yourself as you go. All right, we got 5 seconds and a flickering light. Let's see if we can fix that. Problem solving in the moment. Find your stance away from the wall. Let's start with that right leg again. Right leg back, big hinge, bring it forward. Good, 4 more. Once you hit 5 on one side, switch your legs, left leg back, left leg swings through. Very nice. Take 10 seconds. We're gonna make our way down. Final round of this plank press. Start it up in 3, 2, and 1. Switch those hands. 15 more seconds. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Excellent work. All right, we're gonna move into the bulk of our strength work now. So here's what we've got going on. We are gonna work into a straddle squat. So one that is a little bit more glute dominant than what we've been working on in the last few months. And we're gonna do an incline chest press. So if you have a bench, especially if it goes on an incline, grab that. If you don't, I'm gonna have a few different workarounds, but worst case scenario, you can either just chest press flat or on the floor, okay? It's not that big of a deal. We're working in different rep ranges than we've been working on in the last few months, so we're still gonna get a nice heavy stimulus there. But let's grab those things and I'll meet you back. All right, we are working into a straddle squat to start. So a straddle squat is gonna be pretty hinged over, meaning that we're really gonna focus a little bit more on stretching through the glutes, whereas working on front squats for the last few months, we've been focused a little bit more on the quads, okay? So you can grab 1 heavy weight, 2 heavy weights, kettlebell, dumbbell, multiples, whatever works best for you, but we're holding these down low. So I'm gonna grab 2 here. I've got wider than my shoulders, slight turn out in the toes, but nothing crazy. We don't want this to be a sumo position. And then from here, I'm gonna find the bottom of my squat. This is gonna be a little bit more of a pulsing time under tension situation. So notice that I'm not even really getting into full knee extension at the top. I'm kind of staying hinged and pushed over this entire time. Because of that, we're gonna be working for time, 30 seconds. So we wanna make sure that we can stay in the movement the entire time, but it feels nice and burny by the end. We're working on endurance this month. So a little bit different challenge in terms of what things should feel like. Second exercise is an incline chest press. So you can see I've got an incline bench right here. I've got a bit of a low incline, so I can still lift pretty heavy. We're gonna roll back, punch the ceiling, scoop the shoulder blades underneath of us, inhale down, exhale to push. Again, if you do not have access to something like this, an incline bench, You can also flat bench. You can do this on the floor. Another option, as long as you have something that's sturdy that you can sit up against, you can actually do this sitting up against a sofa, side of a bench like this, and you can bench from this position. I would say we just really want to make sure it's sturdy and you don't feel like you're going to drop weight on your face, okay? So in terms of reps and time, we're going to start with that straddle squat, 30 seconds. Incline bench, 8 to 12, all right? Let's start with the straddle squat. We're gonna put 30 seconds on the clock. I'm gonna start with one weight for this first round. It's also, I gotta talk throughout all of this, so I'm gonna go easy on myself to start. But again, you can load this up heavy. 30 seconds on the clock in 3, 2, and 1. So a little wider than the shoulders, slight turn out in the toes, down and up. We're gonna get in lots of reps here. We're out of this in 4, 3, 2, 1, recover. Woo! All right, even though that's very glutey, you're still gonna feel a lot of quad. You're doing it right if you're feeling that. All right, 8 to 12 of our bench press. Any variation that makes the most sense. Ideally, we have something on an incline. If you're choosing weight here for the first time, go a little lighter than you would flat bench, okay? Let's go, 8 to 12. We're looking for a nice 7 or 8 out of 10, meaning you've got 2 or 3 reps left in the tank.
Feeling so blessed. Back in your corner, sugar, sugar, don't stress. Forget about the rest.
Once you hit your 8 to 12, bring it up, and we're gonna put 90 seconds on the clock. Woo, excellent work. Now I'm gonna take a seat. So, let's talk about loading a little bit more. So with the straddle squat, that should feel very burny. I'm gonna keep saying that word, but when we're working a little bit more for muscular endurance, that's a very different sensation than, let's say, max strength, where it feels a lot more like a full body brace, we can say. So that's what we're looking for with the straddle squat, loading that as heavy as we can tolerate for the full 30 seconds. That's gonna feel very different than something like this, that's a little bit heavier, working more for that hypertrophy stimulus or that muscle growth adaptation. So in terms of loading, we're looking for 2 to 3 reps left in the tank, so a 7 or 8 out of 10. And as we go through the 4 weeks, maybe you start with 8 reps, then next week you go up to 10, then you go up to 12, maybe then you add load, drop back down to 8. So that's a nice, really linear trajectory. And if you're a newbie to this lift, that might happen. If you've been doing incline benching before, you might kind of plateau out a little bit sooner, which really just means that you've hit kind of your set weight there in terms of this lift. Doesn't mean that you need to change it up. Sometimes you just have to do the same thing multiple weeks in a row to really continue to build and maintain that strength, okay? We have 10 seconds left. We're gonna do this again, straddle squat for 30. So grab your weight or weights of choice. We start this up in 4, 3, 2, and 1, 30 seconds. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow. That'll get you. Let's do some incline chest pressing. 8 to 12 reps. Again, we're looking for that 7 or 8 out of 10. Especially if this is your first week, your reps might not be all the same set to set. That's fine. As always, chase the intensity, not just the same rep scheme or linear progression, okay? Let's go. 8 to 12. Once you're done there, we're gonna put another 90 on the clock before we do it one final time. Great work. So with our endurance work, you might notice you're getting out of breath a little bit sooner. Totally normal, especially pairing two really big things like this in a superset together, which is different from what we've been working on over the last few months if you've been in the rolling monthly programming. So just know your body is gonna have to readapt and refigure out what these different stimuli are. One of those is correct. All right, we have whole another minute left of rest. So let's think about loading here. Again, we talked about intensity, we talked about what it should feel like. Loads for these two lifts should be different. I know that I'm choosing the same weights and it's literally just because I have to talk while I'm doing this. This is not my workout and I can only have so many different options in the room, right? But definitely the squat should be loaded heavier than the chest press, okay? You can still load them up both fairly heavy depending on your strength and your endurance right now, but we still want to make sure that the lower body stuff is heavier than our upper body stuff. Let's chat about what we're going to expect in the rest of the workout. We do have one more superset to get through, and then we have a really fun, really sweaty finisher at the end, okay? So one more superset after this, and then we have a fun finisher where I'll just leave you in the dark until we get to it, but it is fun. All right, we got less than 10, so grab your weight of choice. If you wanna go up, you can. If you wanna stay, you can. It is 30 seconds in this straddle squat. Start it up, let's go. We got 3, 2, 1, let it go. Wow, one more round of chest press. Grab your weights when you're ready. Same thing, 8 to 12 in terms of our rep range, 7 to 8 out of 10 intensity. Let's go for it, last round here. Once you're done there, ditch the weights, and we are done with our first superset. So second superset, we need a weight that we can overhead press for about 8 to 10 reps, and then we are gonna be doing some sit-ups. So if you feel more comfortable anchoring your feet under something so you can get a little bit more leverage, grab something like that too. It could be a heavier weight, it could be hooked under your sofa, whatever works. But that's our next superset, so clear your space, I'll meet you back. All right, so ideally we have a heavy weight to press for 8, okay? So this is like, I can really only press this for 8 reps, and the last rep is a struggle. We're gonna break these up side to side to give ourselves a little bit more comfort pressing this heavy 8. So we're gonna go 4 on one side, 4 on the other, 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and then 1 and 1. So that's how we're breaking it up with mini breaks in between. We'll chat a little bit more about what happens if we start to get stuck and can't strict press anymore, but let's just go for this first round and see how it feels. So I'm always gonna start with my left side. You can start with either one, but we're gonna go for 4 reps kettlebell or dumbbell. So we press this up for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna switch it to the second side. 4 more. Once you hit your 4, right to that first side, 3 reps. This is gonna be the most challenging reps out of all of them. Good, we switch again, 3. We've got singles, 1 on each side. Very nice. Once you're done there, clear your weight, and we're gonna go for a little anchored sit-up. If you don't have an anchor, totally fine. I just find that people get a little bit more range of motion if they do have one, and I'm gonna hook my toes underneath some heavier dumbbells here. So I got my toes hooked underneath. We're just sitting back. We sit all the way up. Sit it back, sit it all the way up. We're going for 30 seconds here, so let's go for it in 3, in 2, and 1. So again, toes are tucked under if you got it. Crunching it up. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. We're gonna take just a minute here, and then we go right back in. So let's chat about, I'm like, what am I lifting? Let's chat about if you start to lose those strict presses, meaning you get to a rep and you're like, oh, can't get it up anymore. You are instead gonna push press it. So let's say we're in that 3 reps, right? We get 1, we get 2. Getting stuck on that 3rd one, use the legs, give it a little pop up there. Ideally, by the end of our 4 weeks on this training, we can get all 8 with that weight, but obviously we got to meet ourselves where we're at with our equipment, okay? So we have just about 15 seconds. We're gonna run this back 2 more times. 4, 4, 3, 3, 1, 1. I'm gonna talk you through this one, and then maybe I'll let you do it on your own for the last set, so you don't have to hear me talking the whole time. All right, rack that weight on your first side. I'm gonna start left. We got 4. Once you hit 4 on the first side, we're gonna switch it, 4 on the second. Once you hit your 4, we got 3. Once you hit 3, match it on that second side, 3 more. Finish it out with singles, 1 on the right, 1 on the left. Very nice. We're gonna give everyone about 15 seconds to catch on up here, and then we've got another round of this sit up, all right? Anchor yourself if you got access to it. And we got 30 seconds of work in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's go. Almost out. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a minute. Whew. All right. Shake it out. Fix your wedgie if you got one. We're gonna go 1 more time. So 1 minute here, and then we're gonna go 1 more round of our overhead pressing. So I'm gonna let you do this one without me counting you through it. But again, it's gonna be 4, 4, 3, 3, 1, 1. If you start to lose speed, these are push presses, so you get to use the legs to pop that weight up there, okay? In terms of what to expect next, we just have our finisher, but it's gonna be about 10 more minutes, okay? Just so we know what's ahead, we know what we've committed to, we know what's on the table. But we got 20 more seconds until this last set. So what do we always say? We know what's coming, but we're gonna keep our focus here. So really thinking about getting all the way under that weight every time. Really stacking with your core, all right? Let's go for it. We got 4, 4, 3, 3, 1, 1, 8 total. I'll meet you down on the floor. I got the money and the power, both gyrating. I feel good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walked in, walked out with the size. Man, yo, let me know what the vibe. What the fuck? I got hits, I got bucks, I got new paper cuts, I got friends, I got foes, but they all sitting ducks. Hit his turf and get cracking, double back like a deluxe. 50 deep, but it ain't deep enough. Fuck a beat, they go beat him up. Falling from a money tree, and it grows throughout the month. Spit a loogie at the camera, speed off, yes, us. I feel good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walked in, walked out with the size. Man, ooh. Once you're done there, take a breather. We'll give everyone like 15, 20 seconds to catch on up. And we've got 30 more seconds of this anchored sit-up, okay? Really making sure that we're rolling down by rounding the back so we're not just flopping onto our back at the bottom, okay? Let's go for it. We got 30 seconds on the clock. In 3, in 2, and 1. Let's go. Tell me when to go. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. All right, y'all, here's what we're moving into. We're gonna do a little complex of 3 different exercises. We've got some cleans, jerks, which is an overhead movement, and some reverse lunges. So I want you to grab something that is heavy, but not so heavy that it's gonna start to slow you and weigh you down. So let's walk through this, and then I'll share what weight I would choose if I was doing this in real time for my workout, and then I'm gonna give you an idea and some time for what you wanna choose, okay? Kettlebell or dumbbell, doesn't matter to me, but you just need one weight. I'll meet you back. So for this last chunk, we're gonna start with 5 hang cleans, 5 jerks, 5 reverse lunges. I'm gonna show kettlebell and dumbbell variation. So hang basically just means that the bell is hovering off the floor. We're in a split stance. We pop it up and down, up and down. We're gonna take 5. After the 5th one, right into it. I'm jerking, so I bend the knees to get under the weight, but I get to use momentum to bring it up there. We're gonna rack it. Whatever leg is free, the one that you can slap, that's the one that's stepping backwards. We step it back and up, 5 reps here. Then we go directly to the other side, okay? Dumbbell people, same thing, just that clean is gonna be a little bit easier to maneuver. So it's hovering, we clean it up. Same thing, we press it up, then whatever leg you can slap, we step it back, all right? So it's gonna be 5 cleans, 5 jerks, 5 lunges, switch sides. We are doing this for 10 minutes. So there's no programmed rest in here. It's just kind of however many rounds you can get through. And then week to week, we're hoping to at least match, if not beat, the number of rounds that you get through. Ideally, we can do one side right into the other, but you can rest wherever you need to. The goal by the end of 4 weeks is that we just need less rest overall. So loading for this. If I was doing this for my own workout, I would choose 30 to 35 pounds. That is a little bit lighter than I would use if I was just doing single hang cleans or single jerks or single reverse lunges. So I'm going about 5 to 10 pounds lighter because this is more endurance based rather than max strength based, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm not gonna be using that heavy right now simply because I need to talk to you. And I'm gonna cue you through this entire first set on each side, and then I'm just gonna kind of let you flow through for the last however much left is of that 10 minutes, okay? So kettlebell or dumbbell, doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna show the first side with kettlebell, second side with dumbbell. 10 minutes going on the clock. Let's go in 3, in 2, and 1. It's our AMRAP finisher, everybody. So we got 5 cleans. Hold your 5th one up on the shoulder. 5 jerks. So we're landing with bent knees, getting under it, resetting to the shoulder. We re-rack it, hold it there, slap that leg. That's the one that's moving. 5 lunges. Once you're done there, bring it down. I'm gonna switch to a dumbbell. We go right to the other side if you can. 5 hang cleans. Five jerks, keep it on the shoulder. Good, rack it on the shoulder, slap the leg that's moving. Step it back, 5 lunges. Once you're done there, you take as much rest as you need to keep going. So we are about 1.5 minutes in. We're going for 10 minutes. So remember, this is all about pacing yourself rather than just pushing, and then form starts to go down. I would ideally love for you to keep the same weight this entire time, okay? So whatever amount of rest you need to sustain the same weight the whole time is what we're going for. Week 1, you might learn a lot, okay? Weeks 2, 3, and 4, try to perfect it. I'm just gonna keep flowing through this. I'll pop up what we're doing on the screen in case you get off and you forget, but let's go. You have 8 more minutes to get in whatever you can.
she a Florida baby. And she love it when the sun comes down. Sweet love when the dark comes down. Sometimes she rather put herself in check. She don't take no disrespect. You don't even gotta know her face, but she ain't living check to check. Her ass getting fatter now. She in the gym eating better now. She ain't tryna settle down when you ain't got your shit together. No.
That my best friend, she a real bad, got her own money. She don't need no on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend, she a real bad, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in the strip club. No, my girl gon' tip, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. Beep, beep, is that my bestie in a taxi? Fresh blowout, skin on town, she ready. You look up with a T at the end. I'm a hyper every time, now my motherfucking friend. She been down since the jellies and the blow-blows. Now me stepping out the G and my nut lows. When we pull up to the scene, they be filled with jealousy. It's a finicky, she gon' bring the energy. I hit a phone with a ski life. Guess what? All the rich ass boys wanna on earth. I just end up, you can look, don't touch. And I'm bad, bustin' bands every time we blink up. That my best friend, she a real bad, got her own money. She don't need no on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend, she a real bad, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in the strip club. No, my girl gon' tip, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend, if you need a freak, I ain't dumb but muff, she my Tweedledee. If she buy for me, she don't need a key. If you sideways, you straighten, you with me to be. And she's so bad that I just can't take that nowhere. She off her bitch, I said, don't go there. Break her back, she protect and attack. Get that strap, let them buckle, foot on neck, big no air. Whole world wanna be us. And my main, she my day one. On my way, let you get drunk, celebrate, cause we the baddest in the club. Got my best friend, she a real bad, got her own money. She don't need no on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend, she a real bad, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in the strip club. No, my girl gon' tip, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. My heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Whatever you need, my heart belongs. Hey, sunshine. Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do.
I don't know what it is that you've done to me, but it's caused me to act in such a crazy way. Whatever it is that you do when you do what you're doing, it's a feeling that I want to stay. Cause my heart starts beating triple time with thoughts of loving you on my mind. I can't figure out just what to do when the calling here is you. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control. There's something takes over, takes tell by the way you in love with me. You can't get enough of me, yeah. Well, I guess it's looking like you stuck with me, 'cause I got you sprung off in the springtime. Fuck all your free time, you don't need no me time. That's you and me time. We be getting so loud, that dick make my soul smile. That dick made me so damn proud. Now lay your head down on a pillow, turn the lights down real low. I want you to say my name. Close your eyes and let your feels go. Now you're getting real close, baby, I am on the way. Now that I've got you right here, I won't lay you down, down. Don't be surprised, baby, it's just me. Don't be surprised, boy, when I bust it wide. I hypnotize you with this pussy. Now you feel like you can fly. I got you sprung off in the springtime. Fuck all your
You have just over 1 minute left. So here's the deal. You can either, if you're like me and you're kind of in between, push through, try to get in one more round. That would leave me with 5. Or if you're just finishing up a round or you had just started one, get through what you can, okay? I'd rather us make it even side to side. And if anything, this gives you a good idea of what you can really work toward over the next 4 weeks. So if you are done because you can't get in your full set and you'd rather make it even, call it there, totally fine. Take a recovery pose, wait for everybody. We're gonna end this as a team no matter what.
slip wide. I hypnotize you with this pussy. Now you feel like you can fly.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man. Yeah, but I was down like
We got about 5 seconds. I'm just gonna finish out this set just to call it done. If you're already done, take a child's pose, take a seat, take a sip of water, whatever your body needs in this last bit of our work today. But you are done. Okay, great work. I got through 5. So, again, if this is week 1, hopefully you've gotten a good idea of where you can push through. Can I take less rest? Can I add more weight next time? Can I get in a whole nother full set? Set a goal for yourself because this is going to be constant, all right? Any questions, as always, leave them below, and I'll see you in the next one.